Hello Sagittarius, welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Tarot. If you are new, welcome, and to my old subscribers, thank you so much for your likes and subscribes. I'm happy to be reading for you today, Sagittarius. I apologize for the delay in getting my all my mid-months out at the same time. Like I said, this isn't my, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but this is not my full-time job, so in between my private readings and my other job, it's just difficult to do 24 readings in 1 month. So between the love forecast and the general forecasts, mid-month forecasts, it's been challenging. But so this is going to be like a bi-weekly forecast for you guys from October the 12th through the 31st. So what will it be forecasting? Well, you'll get the present situation and you'll get the future, which will be next week, going into November, and I'll also be able to pick up on the energies of last week as well, hence the mid-month forecast. Now, what has been going on for you guys, Sagittarius? Spirit, please show me the messages for Sagittarius. Okay, got some cards here. King of Swords, Five of Wands, Queen of Wands. Seems to be some competition between an air sign or someone with air sign qualities and fire sign. This fire sign could even be you, Sagittarius. I'm getting competition between an air sign male, so Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But again, those are just some cards that fell out for me. They don't necessarily reflect what is going on in the general forecast. Spirit, please show me the messages for Sagittarius, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising. Spirit, please show me the messages for Sagittarius, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising. Spirit, please show me the messages for Sagittarius, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising. What are the messages, Spirit? Okay, I do have the Two of Cups, the Knight of Swords reversed, the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles, 2 sevens. In the present situation, I have the Two of Swords, Temperance, 6 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles reversed. In the future, let me see if I can move these up for you. I do try to get all the cards on the camera here for you guys. Let me just pull back a little bit. I have the High Priestess reversed. This is in the future. The 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. All right. So this row will represent your recent past. Sagittarius, I do have the Two of Cups for you. So I do see that you were, you've attracted someone into your life, possibly a soulmate. This would be someone that you see eye to eye with, that you feel very attracted to. There's a lot of chemistry there. I wouldn't say necessarily that this is like, I'm getting full-blown relationship here, but certainly someone that you're very attracted to and that you see as an equal. You guys might have come together in the beginning of October, or even last week. You might have had a meeting with this person. You might have gone on a date. You might have shared. This can even be in your mind, you thinking about this person, their beautiful qualities, how much you see into their heart, that you see an equal in this person. So what I see going on is, with the Nine of Swords reversed, I do see some anxiety over possibly that person, or this is you starting to come out of a period of feeling very anxious about this person and worrying about them, or having some restless nights, having some sleepless nights. It's like you guys got together and then afterwards you were like worried about, did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Does this person like me? Does this person want to be with me? And then you kind of going over and over and over and over the thoughts. So, but I see that to a lesser extent because the card is in reversed. Sorry, not reversed. I do see some fantasizing and some daydreaming. You may have like lots of different options in terms of who you can choose, who you choose to be with. You may just be daydreaming. You may have been fantasizing about that person, or you may have been thinking all the things that you'd like to happen, or simply just presented with many options and not really knowing which option to choose. With 2 sevens, there's definitely a period of deciding. So you are going to be deciding about something or someone. And because I'm getting cups and pentacles and not swords, what I'm guessing is that you're deciding on how you feel emotionally and also physically about this person. So some of the questions you may be thinking are, does this person fulfill me emotionally? What about this other person? How do they make me feel? What are the pros and cons of a situation? Listing the pros and cons. Kind of debating with yourself. That's what I'm seeing. Kind of like, well, on the one hand, this, on the other hand, that. Just be careful. Well, this was in a past situation, so I can't really give you any advice, but sometimes it's good to just go with your gut, and not overanalyze something. And, it's good to like daydream and to fantasize. Just be careful that you're not getting stuck in a pattern of hesitating because you're thinking about so many options and so many different scenarios. In your present situation, you have the Two of Swords. So this does talk about being in kind of a stalemate situation. The stalemate situation would be, there are two ideas in your mind, and both of those ideas are very different from each other. This is like this is apples and this is oranges, or this is bananas and this is grapefruits. And if you did apples, you couldn't do oranges. And if you do bananas, you can't do grapefruits. So with the moon on the top of her head, it talks about simply going within yourself, balancing those two different ideas and trying to find a middle ground. But in the meantime, what you get with the Two of Swords is an inability to decide, an inability to choose. So remember what I was saying. If you're flooded with options and ideas and weighing the pros and cons, it's good to do that, but just be careful about doing that too much. But I see that actually you have found balance and you do find healing. This is a wonderful card. It does speak to patience, balance, the ability to replenish yourself, come back into balance with your body and your mind and your spirit. Your emotions are balanced. This is someone who's very loving and patient. So again, the duality, the twos are here for me. And I actually see you having some memories of someone from the past. You could also be meeting someone from your past. This could be an ex-flame, like an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend. kindness, memories from the past, innocence, sweetness. He's presenting this woman with a cup full of flowers. And it's kind of interesting because it's right under the Seven of Cups here. And so I feel like you've been fantasizing about this person, thinking about them, weighing the pros and the cons. You couldn't make up your mind. You decided that you were going to bring yourself into balance and to heal from the situation. And either you're left with these fond memories and you're okay with that. Those were good times. Those were the best of times. I have fond memories. But, and that doesn't necessarily mean that that person is going to be in your life anymore, or that they would come back, but just that the healing has begun and you are choosing to have positive memories about that. With the Ten of Pentacles reversed, there is a loss of security. So what I'm getting right now is you may have realized that this person is definitely someone in your past, and they no longer are going to be there for you to provide a sense of security. They are no longer going to be there for you to lean on in the same fashion. So this normally to me is a perceived lack of security. It's not necessarily the truth of the situation. I can also interpret this as someone who has lost an estate or an inheritance, or has lost a significant amount of money. But I'm really getting right now is that this is sort of going towards, I'm getting like a relationship here. I'm getting thoughts about someone, and I'm getting that while you do have fond memories of this person, that there is a lack of security. And that could be concerning to you, or that could just be affecting your perceived sense of security in the present situation. Now, one other thing is there could be someone who comes back from the past who affects your sense of security, and it's almost like you healed, you're healing, but then someone from the past comes back, and it's like you all of a sudden feel vulnerable about that person coming back. Let's see what's going on next week for you. In the future, I have the High Priestess reversed. So this does talk about kind of being like surrounded by too much noise. It's almost like you can't hear your own voice, or you can't hear yourself think. There's so many opinions floating around. There's so many voices in your head, outside voices, that it could be kind of hard for you to listen to your intuition. The other meaning of this card is that there's a secret that is being held from you. So you know there's something going on, but you're not able to sort of access your intuition at this time to figure out what it is that is going on underneath the surface. And this could mean that there is a secret revealed at the end of the day. So, you know, if you tap into your intuition and you listen to that little voice inside you, I think you're gonna have a better chance of uncovering the truth, you know, or uncovering the secret. I do see the Three of Pentacles, so I see you're working on a relationship, or you're working on building something of value. The Three of Pentacles is a spiritual card. It talks about three people coming together and teamwork. So in a relationship, or any type of relationship, you need the Three of Pentacles in order to build on what you already have. It's almost like putting in the work that's necessary to build a stable foundation. So this could mean that you're not using your intuition about a relationship, or about building a relationship. And what I'm seeing here is I am seeing deception. I'm seeing someone either leaving an institution, a relationship, or a situation. This could be someone who's cheating. This could be someone who's deceptive. Mental deception is what happens when I see this card. Mental deception. Using clever mind tricks. Clever mind tricks are like, could be anything, really. It's manipulation. It's psychological manipulation. It's playing games with people, that kind of thing. If this is you, I encourage you to use your morals, be the one that has the integrity here, because the outcomes are the Five of Cups. So either someone is being deceptive about some teamwork or some project, or leaving some project or some relationship, and for their own self-interest, and it could make you feel really upset about it, because the Five of Cups talks about crying over spilt milk, and it's important to remember that, you know, there's still, well, in this picture, there's still two cups standing here. And you can see the look on her face. She's like, oh, he's upset. His cups are spilled and he's despondent and he's really, you know, he's had a hard day. And she's kind of like, but there's still two more here, but he's not interested. So it's important to look up and notice the good things that you do have going in your life. I have a feeling that someone is getting away with something that's made you really upset. And again, I urge you to use your intuition so you don't become involved in like a love triangle, or become involved in some situation where mental deception or deception of any kind exists. And that may be a warning to get involved with someone from your past and leave them there because they were an ex for a reason. You know that saying, they were an ex for a reason. Leave bygones, let bygones be bygones. And certainly you don't want to do anything to threaten your current security in your current relationship or in your current situation. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So, all right, Sagittarius, I'm going to go ahead and read your Oracle card. How are we doing on time here? Almost 18 minutes. All right. Spirit, please show me the overall message, spiritual message for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know for the rest of October going into November? What is the spiritual message that is going to be important in guiding Sagittarius to their greatest and highest soul purpose? Please show me the spiritual message. Okay. All right. There are no bad cards in this deck, so I'm confident we'll pick the right one for you. Transparency. Honest, authentic, genuine, present. So this is the card that I pulled for you. And it did come up upright. Card number 2. I suddenly have the worst itch in my ear that I've ever had. I wonder if that has anything to do with this. There's a truth that must be told, Sagittarius. Time to reveal who you are to someone you have been keeping much of yourself hidden from. Time to clarify what it is you mean and what it is you want, and to truly look within and come to an understanding of who you are. In order to do this, it may be necessary to be very still for a little while. So much movement has ruffled the surface and it has not been possible to see clearly. Now, still yourself, see the waters clear, and look deep within, and then share this with that trusted other. and most of all, with your own self. Your true nature has been crying out to be heard, and your true face has longed to be shown to the world. From this time forth, people will know who you are. Some will say you have changed, but the truth is you have become who you always were, deep at the very heart of you. So I will read you the extended message. It is time to be very honest as you can be. It is hard to do this because we tell ourselves so many stories about who we are, and we've covered up so much of ourselves with layers of protection. But now it is the pearl of truth that is needed. If we have come to you, we are asking you to very simply and very clearly tell the truth about what you feel, about what you want, about what you may not know. If you do not even know how you feel, say so. We are asking, the powers of the waters are asking for you to be there, clearly, to be seen. Let us see you, we say, for there is so much about you, so much that is beautiful and in many ways attractive, but we cannot see who you are. It is time to rise to the truth within you, to join with the truth, and to live from this truth for a time. It is not always an easy thing to be simple, clear, and true, but this is what you are learning to do for now. And what we can see, what is beginning to appear before us, is good and precious and worth looking at deeply. Okay, well, that's a very powerful message, and it may be about letting someone know about yourself and being honest and genuine and present, and coming forward with something, revealing something about yourself to the world that is part of who you are. And if people are kind of taken aback by it, if they're kind of shocked, you just let them know that this is who you are, and don't worry about what they say or what they do. But it's important to live in your truth and to be honest with yourself first, so that you can be honest with other people. So this lying and deception, I don't think it's going to serve you in the long run if that's you, Sagittarius. Maybe there will be some healing that takes place this month for you. Okay? Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading, and I look forward to reading for you in November. If you'd like a private reading with me, please check below the video for some info on contact information and my readings and stuff. So, all right, I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you.